Mike, morning. How are the bodies? How are the squad feeling after the Cambridge win?
All right. There was no injuries, thankfully. It was a good performance. That's behind us now. Move on to Saturday. Barrow be a tough game because they'll be full of confidence, just getting promoted, and they'll be looking to attack League Two.
Yeah, what have you made of their start? Because they started with a draw as well. I'm sure they'll be full of excitement at this new level, won't they?
Of course they will. They'll be looking forward to coming here. Saying that, the journey's a bit of a trek, but apart from that, they'll be looking forward to playing, and they'll be looking for their first win as well. It's like I said, it's with League Two, you've got to turn up on the day, and if you don't, you're more unlikely to lose the game if you don't turn up. So we need to make sure we're at it.
When you've come up against newly promoted teams in the past, how much of a step up do you think it is for them going from the National League to League Two?
Well, I don't think it is much of a step up because obviously they strengthen their squads. They've already got a good squad. They must have a good squad because they've just got promoted. So it's not easy. Just because they come up, it doesn't. It's not like when you're coming up from the Championship to the Premier League that that gulf in class and financial terms where you can go and strengthen. It's huge, but it's not that great at this level.
And what about your own team as well? You know, winning a draw so far. How do you assess the start of the season?
2 wins and a draw, and a loss in the
Championship.
Yeah. Yes, happening that quick. Everybody's forgotten we've beaten Swansea already.
Yeah, felt like a pre-season, but obviously it was a competitive game, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, I think we've started well. We just need to continue. There's things we want to work on, things improve, and these things are going really well. So I'm sure the players, they're all itching and trying to get in that starting 11 because we've got competition for places now.
Yeah, is it quite a welcome headache to have?
Yeah. It's going to be disappointed people, but they need to react in the right way, and they need to react in the right way and show that they are willing to work hard for a place in the team. What
about Scott Twine as well? Great goal against Cambridge. What have you made of his start to his Newport career?
Yeah, he started well. I only think he's going to get better as well. He's a talented footballer. So yeah, it's a good start, but I expect more from him as well.
Okay, thanks, Mike.
Cheers, David.
Mike, in terms of that, I guess it's a different challenge for the boys, and you've set the bar quite high so far, and it's a different challenge, isn't it, to keep those standards up?
Well, yeah, but like I said, we have got a good group. Those out of the team have got to keep working. They've got to work even harder to get in the team. The people in the team know there's people then breathing down their necks to get into the team. And myself and my staff won't be allowing anybody to take their foot off the gas because that's when complacency sets in and you end up going on a downward spiral. So, that won't be happening here, that's for sure.
It's almost like that competition can drive standards almost more than anything you can do or the other coaches can do at times, can't it? It's knowing that somebody's there, really.
Of course, they need to welcome the challenge. They need to be patient. They need to be in full form. They need to be injury-free. And it breeds togetherness. Winning, you keep winning. Everybody wants to be a part of it. And hopefully they will.
In terms of the squad, obviously not being used yet. Kevin Ellison and Scott Bennett, sort of, are you going to drip them in? How are they, first of all? Are they close to being?
Yeah, they're both all right.
Able to come in?
Kev, maybe not this weekend, but Scott and Matty Dolan will be fit for selection. Unless anything happens today.
More headaches, though. Well, welcome headaches.
Good. I'm enjoying them.
Yeah. With Kev, you've been clear from the start that you just want to inch him towards it. It's not, it's not about now, I guess, is it? It's making a long old season through to.
No, it's look, he's valuable. around the place as well. So he's not somebody I'm going to rush. I'm going to make sure he's up to full speed. He's looking good, and he is chomping at the bit. He's already doing my ear holes in, giving him a bashing. But we'll do what we feel is best. For the long term going forward, and he understands that because he's a very good professional.
Yeah, I was going to say he seems a competitive beast, as it were. So I'd imagine he's probably not taking it too well, being held back in a sense.
He's okay. He'll be fine. And like I said, we'll know when it's right. And he's fine. He's all right.
In terms of Barrow, what are the sort of challenges in terms of their style? Do you think
style
they test you and
they like playing? They played a lot of football last season. Like I said, they're a competent squad. They've got good players. New manager now, I know David Dunn has come in. So again, he was a very good player. He'll be trying to get his own philosophy across as well. So look, all I can worry about is what we do, and hopefully, if we concentrate on ourselves and do what we need to do, then hopefully we get the 3 points.
All good. Cheers.
Mike, you said after the game earlier in the week that you never had stats like it. Your 552 passes were over 100 more than Liverpool had against Leeds. So you take the phrase, it's better than Brazil. You're better than the league champions at the moment. Yet there are 281 passes in the game against Swansea. You're changing the style. Is that a conscious effort by you to play a bit more football?
Yes and no, because you've got it's all a lot of different factors. If you look at it, we've always started pretty well. Since I've been in charge, and we've always played football at the beginning of the seasons. Then the pitch goes, injuries come in, and we are bare bones. That's happened. Even the year we went in the playoffs. So it's not just last season; it was the season before. We have a blip round about the time when the pitch goes, and that's not making excuses. That is proven. It's a proven fact. And we also pick up more injuries. So, we want to play good football. We have done it in the previous beginning of the months. But I suppose what you're saying, are we going to look to continue it? Well, yeah, because we've addressed the situation of, injuries. Well, trying to address the situation of injuries and overcoming what the pitch is going to be like. So we've got the players in there that we think can, maybe not as good as Tuesday night, but can still handle the football on a boggy pitch. So look, we're going to try. Yeah,
well. They looked so comfortable at it as well. And we saw the ball going so wide to Liam and to Ryan. And okay, 29 shots and only 1 goal. You can sharpen that up, I'm sure. But if you keep playing that style. And if you got Matty Dolan and Josh coming to pick it up and Scott Twine, I mean, I don't know what their GPS stats were, but they must have covered 12, 13, 14K on the night.
Yeah, listen, I was shouting during the game, funny enough, and something I've been trying to drum into them. They need to work as hard off the ball as well, because they've got a space for their teammates who's on the ball. The rotations we worked on with the midfielders and the strikers as well. So they have got to work off the ball, and that's not when we're not in possession. That's when we're in possession. And you look at all the top players in the world. They don't keep still. They don't keep still. Some of them actually it is a good art where they will stand still because that's where the space is and they'll pick the ball up. But predominantly, they were always on the move. They're always rotating. They're always looking for the next pass or the pass in front of that. And that's what we've been trying to work on.
Yeah. Can you get promotion with that style in League Two?
Well, yeah, you can. Whether or not we can is a different story. I'm not putting any pressure or getting involved in all that because We've only played one game. We've got another 45 to go.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, you can play football and get out of the league. But you can also do it the other way, where you know, you'd be a bit more direct. Seen Lincoln and Northampton. I bet you none of them will care how they done it.
Yeah.
You know, they got out, and let's be honest, they were very good at what they did. So I ain't getting involved in styles and things like that. You know, I'm not one of these who go and comment on other teams' styles. I'll just concentrate on our own, and we'll let the other managers who try to I'm going to say complain or have a dig at the way we've done things, then that's down to them. I think it shows a little bit more of a insecurity on their part.
Yeah. It's a beautiful game when you're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having 72% possession is great. It makes life harder for the opposition and easier for you. But all they tended to do as the game went on was drop back, and you've got to find ways to break them down then, haven't you?
Yeah. And you know, that'll happen. You know, there's going to be a lot of different things that will happen. You know, Josh Ian again, man mark. They'll do things like that. He's got to find a way of getting away from his marker. Somebody else has got to rotate with him and take the heat off. Somebody else has got to be, you know, the deep liar and starting to play with the centre backs. The centre backs are going to be pressed. They've got to find a way to handling the ball. So, you know, we've worked on a lot of things, a lot of rotations, a lot of different scenarios. And look, let's see. You know, as long as they got the confidence, because they've shown they've got the ability, but as long as they've got the confidence to keep believing. And for us, you know, the thing is, I've got to you know, realise as well, I'm asking them to do it. So if they do make a mistake, you know, I've got to
bite your lip.
Yeah, I've got to bite my lip, because it's what we're asking them to do. And you know, don't get me wrong, I don't want them, you know, passing across the goal line, etc., and risking things. But yeah, it's, you know, I've got to have belief in them and belief in what we're trying to do.
And they looked as though they were enjoying playing that style too.
Yeah, of course. Well, they had the ball. They're not chasing the ball. You know, when you're playing, you know, the bigger teams like in the cups, and you know, for example, the Man City game. Even though we done well in the first half, the boys were absolutely shattered because they done a lot of it without the ball, and it was on a boggy pitch, heavy. Nobody likes running without the ball. You know, it's not a nice feeling. I've been involved in quite a lot of those games where you're just running around for 90 minutes. Some we've won mine.
Yeah. I guess one of the worst things that can happen then is if Cardiff Blues come and play an extended run at Rodney Parade.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs, but we could do without it. So
that's the last thing you want, isn't it? Another team playing on that pitch.
Yeah. Like I said, there's nothing we can do about that.
No.
And I'm sure that you know, Mark Jones and the ground staff will be doing everything they can to keep the pitch in the best condition they can, because you know, they do work hard, and I definitely ain't blaming them for the situation of the pitch.
So do you have a meteorologist on the staff these days to predict when the weather's going to get bad and how you might have to change your style?
No. Just wake up in the morning, draw the curtains. I've stopped watching the weather reports. They always get it wrong.
Yeah. Matty Dolan fully fit, you said, yes?
He's fit. He's fit for selection. Set him well. You know, all betting he goes well today, but yeah.
Great. Good. Well, keep going with what was easy on the eye the other night, and just maybe a few more chances taken, I reckon.
Cheers, Rob. I hope so.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cheers. All okay? Who else?
Is there anything from Newport Radio, or is that it?
Just a quick one. We think we spotted a change in Matty Dolan's role this year. Have we seen something different, or?
Well, if you only think, then you need to go and watch a different sport, because it's definitely changed. At the minute, he's been in the middle of a three in defence. So yeah, we have changed it a little bit, because you know, we wanted to implement more playing, and Matty was very good at starting the playoff from there, and he also reads the game so well. So yeah, it's good because it's give us a few more options, and you can never be too short of options.